I reported my coworker to HR after she kept calling me gay even though I asked her to stop. So I'm 18 and just started working at this retail store downtown. I'm not exactly what you'd call super masculine. I've got a higher voice, I'm pretty thin, and people have always made comments about how I look or sound. Whatever, I don't really care. On my very first day, this girl Lisa, who's 23, walks up to me during break and goes, "Are you gay?" Just like that. No small talk, no getting to know me, just straight up asks about my sexuality. I was caught off guard but told her no, I'm not gay. Her response, "Aw, that sucks. You could have been my gay best friend." I thought it was weird but figured maybe that's just how she talks to everyone. But then it got worse. Every single day she'd make these comments. Like when I'd help male customers, she'd wait until they left and say stuff like, "You two would look cute together," or "He was totally checking you out." She'd comment on my body constantly, talking about my waist or how I looked in my work uniform. Once, she literally said I had a perfect twink body in front of other coworkers. I wanted to disappear. The worst part was she'd do it in front of customers sometimes. I'd be trying to do my job and she'd make some comment that would make everyone uncomfortable. I started dreading coming to work because I never knew what she was going to say next. About a month ago, I finally had enough. I pulled her aside during our break and said, "Look, I don't appreciate the comments you make about me. They make me really uncomfortable and they're not appropriate for work. I need you to stop." She seemed to understand and said she was sorry, that she didn't realize it bothered me. I thought that was the end of it. Nope. The very next day she was back at it, making jokes about my voice, commenting on how I walked, asking if I was sure I wasn't gay because I seemed gay to her. It was like our conversation never happened. I tried ignoring her, but she just got louder and more obvious about it. Other coworkers started to notice and some of them looked uncomfortable too, but nobody said anything. Finally, I went to my manager and explained what was happening. He took it seriously and escalated it to HR immediately. They called both of us in for separate meetings and documented everything. That's when Lisa completely flipped out on me. She cornered me in the break room and started yelling about how I betrayed her. She said this was her third HR complaint this year and she was definitely getting fired now. She started crying and telling me about how she used to be homeless and couldn't afford her rent without this job. She made me feel like the worst person in the world for reporting her. But here's the thing, I'm 18 years old trying to save money for college and a car. I work hard and I deserve to feel safe at my job. I shouldn't have to deal with someone making inappropriate comments about my body or sexuality every single day. Lisa got fired 2 weeks later. Some of my other coworkers said I should have just dealt with it since she really needed the job, but I gave her a chance to stop and she chose to keep doing it anyway. I'm not responsible for her previous HR complaints or her housing situation. I'm just responsible for standing up for myself when someone crosses the line.